I am refreshing my YouTube channel to make sure that I am transmitting. I'm going live. There we go. I am live. Okay, this video is going to explain how you farm all of your pets quickly. So as you can see on this particular character, I have the white flaming skull pet. It's white, it's flaming, purple flames. It is awesome. I like the skull pets over all the other pets because they are the fastest at collecting your gold. So there's a orange flaming and a white flaming, and depending on what character I'm using and what the outfit is that I'm using, that's how I determine which skull pet I want to use. So for farming all of your pets quickly, you want to create a witch doctor that moves very fast. This is using the Helltooth and the chicken skills. So I'm going to go ahead into the game and I'm going to show you what that looks like and show you how to do that very quickly. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to get all of these pets within an hour. It's just not going to happen because it does take a little bit of time, but using this method is the absolute fastest. So what I have here is the Helltooth set. I'm wearing 5 items. But I'm getting all 6 because in my Canai's Cube, I am using the Royal Ring of Grandeur, which reduces the number of items needed for set bonuses by 1. So I have the Helltooth set 5 pieces with a 6-piece bonus. Doesn't really affect this particular purpose of gathering your pets. What does is having your Manajuma's Gory Fetich in your offhand and your Manajuma's Carving Knife in your main hand. What this does is allows your Hex Angry Chicken Explosion damage is increased by 400%, and your Hex Angry Chicken lasts 15 seconds, and movement speed as a chicken is increased by an additional 100%. So this allows you to move around all of the maps extremely fast and keep your eye out for the particular goblins that allow your pets to drop. So the setup that I have is I am using Piranha's Piranado, Spirit Walk Jaunt, which I use in conjunction with the Hex Angry Chicken, Gargantuan, Humongoid for my pets. I'm using Burning Dogs for my pets, and Wall of Death. And then over here on my right mouse click, I have my Angry Chicken. So let me just go ahead and spawn all of my pets before I get going into a map. And then the first map I'm going to go to is on, Act 1. Where is it? It's been a while since I've done this. Please bear with me. Okay, so Northern Highlands, Southern Highlands are 2 of the maps that you want to use the most. And then on Act 3, I'm sorry, it has been several months since I've done this. All right. Act 1, Cemetery of the Forsaken, Northern Highlands, and Southern Highlands. We'll start off with those and just get going. So map, and I'm going to go to Northern Highlands. And I want to make sure I hit my jaunt and my chicken, and then I'm going to just run around very fast through the whole map. I'm not trying to kill anybody. I'm just keeping my ears out for the sound of any goblin. That is the primary thing, is to find the goblins, and there are many different kind of goblins in this game. It doesn't matter how much you kill. Killing the enemies does not make any of the goblins spawn faster. Okay, so there are no goblins here on this map. I'm going to go ahead up to the next level, and I'm going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to run around until I hear a goblin. I heard a goblin. There it is. And this one, in this case, is a treasure goblin. Now that I have this goblin, I am just going to find a clear spot, and then I'm going to leave, because you can't get more than one goblin on a map. I mean, very rarely you'll get more than one goblin on a map. Okay, now that I'm in Southern Highlands, get my chicken going, go across the bridge, and I want to run around the whole map to make sure that I find any goblins that are here. Now, of course, the Menagerous goblins are the rarest, because those are the ones that spawn, that drop your pets. And I'm going to let my chicken go until it blows up by itself. I'm not going up there yet. I'm going to run around this whole bottom part of the map, checking everywhere for these goblins. Now, it doesn't matter if you do this on tier 10, like I'm doing now, or on tier 6 or tier 5. Anything over tier 6, the goblins all have the same chance to spawn. So I'm finishing up going through the map. I'm clearing all of the areas. If I do get some kills, I get some kills, no biggie. I'm not worried about it. And then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to go into Cave of the Moon Clan. And I'm going to run through this whole cave, because these caves have a very good chance of spawning goblins. And if you get a goblin on one level of the tunnels, you can still get a goblin on the second level. Here's another goblin. It's a Gilded Baron. And I just made 5 million? 6 million gold. So I'm going to go to the second level of this dungeon and see if I can find another goblin. I'm not really farming anything except for the goblins. I'm ignoring all of the elites. Oops, I messed up and triggered my chicken explosion when I shouldn't have. Alright, there we go. Back to running. Because there's a goblin, and this one is a treasure goblin. So unless you have a very high number of Paragon points, you don't want to get into fighting a bunch of stuff. You just run around, you trigger your explosion when you see a goblin, and then you just go right back to town once you're finished with the various maps. And these guys got me kind of cornered, so I have to kill them, or they're just going to keep attacking me until I can't spawn out. Alright, well, since I've killed everything, I am going to go ahead and go to Cemetery of the Forsaken. And Cemetery of the Forsaken, if I'm not mistaken... Nope, wrong map. Let me go back to town. And let me show you real quick what I'm going for here. Like I said, I have all of the pets. I have every one. Live More, this one right here, is a special pet that can only be gotten from one map. And once I find out which map that is, I will go there. I don't remember which one it is. It borders the Act 1, so I'm just going to run over there. Oh, not there. The Weeping Hollow? Let's see. Yes, Weeping Hollow is the one map that Live More has a possibility of dropping at. It does come from a Menagerous Goblin, so you have to run through the whole map, and it is very, very rare. I think I had to go through this map at least 100 times before I found a Menagerous Goblin here. And like I said, I recommend, unless you have 600 or 700 Paragon points to... Oh, we got a Gelatinous Sire here, which is fun because that's going to just keep spawning all kinds of goblins. And we'll kill them and get a bunch of stuff. Those are fun. Let's see. And I got everything I wanted from them. But that's the... Once you have one goblin spawn on this map, you're not going to get another one, so you might as well just leave. But what I'm doing is I'm running around to show you the whole map. And you don't want to neglect this part of the map right here through these gates, because the Menagerous Goblin can spawn in here as well. So when you're doing your run through to try and get Live More, you want to make sure you get this goblin or this part of the map as well. Otherwise, the Menagerous could be here and screw up your possibility of getting one, because it is so rare to have a Menagerous Goblin spawn on this map. If it is there, then you may have to wait another 50, 60, 100 map runs before you can get it. So, we have the Weeping Hollow, the Northern Highlands, and the Southern Highlands in Map 1, Act 1. And then you want to skip to Act 3, and you want to go to the Tower of the Damned, level 1, I believe. Yes. Tower of the Damned, level 1, and Tower of the Damned, level 2 have excellent chances to spawn goblins. So you want to run through them. Like I said, you're not out for experience, you're not out for loot. You run through them as fast as you can just to get through the entire map, and you want to clear every part of the map to make sure that you didn't miss one, and then you go down to the next level, Tower of the Damned level 2. Again, you just keep running, disregard all of this stuff that's trying to kill you, or that has the possibility of dropping nice stuff. And don't be disappointed, don't think that you're not going to get it if it doesn't spawn on the first run through. Go ahead and run through the Heart of the Damned, because there can also be a Menagerous Goblin in here. And I'm not saying that some maps have a higher possibility or a higher chance or a guarantee of spawning Menagerous Goblins than others. What I'm saying is there are certain maps that you can run through that are faster to clear the entire map than others. And in this case, running through Ariat's Crater level 2 is not very time efficient. The chance for a goblin is good, but then you wind up getting in here where eventually you're going to run into the main boss. And if you're like me, once you get in there, you're going to wind up wanting to fight it, and it just takes up some of your time. If your goal is to get your pets as fast as possible, then you just want to go through the same 2, 3, or 5 maps that you know that you learn the pattern on as fast as possible. And if you get the maps, then you get, if you get the Menagerist, that is excellent. If you don't, you move on to the next one, and you just keep going. Your sole focus is on getting the pets. Don't get caught up in, oh, there's an elite pack, I'm going to kill it. Because all that's doing is taking time away that you could be farming for your vanity pets. She's gonna die. Okay, another really, really good one is, let's see, which one has the Skeleton King at the end of it? It's a very fast map. I think it's level 1. Yep. The Royal Crypts, super fast to run through. Okay, you get your guy going, and it takes a little getting used to because you have to click on the gates to get through the gates, but you want to run through every part of the map. You don't want to leave any part of the map undiscovered. Okay, because there could be a goblin in these areas here that will not sound until you get through the gates. So once you get through there, you want to check both sides here, because there could be a goblin up in here. And then once you get through this door, don't go straight for the Skeleton King. You want to run down to this end here, all the way down, because there could be a goblin in there. And if you feel like killing the Skeleton King, even though it takes a little bit of extra time, go ahead, click on him, and wait for him to start moving around. You don't really need to do a whole lot. Like I said, you can do this on Torment level 6. It only takes a few hundred Paragon. And he's dead. My pets are going to destroy him quickly. Drop some stuff there. Occasionally you'll get a chest. Always want to farm as many of the Death's Breaths as you can. And that is it. That is how you farm your vanity pets the fastest way possible. And as a quick recap, I will go through the maps that you want to go to. You want to go through the Weeping Hollow, Northern Highlands, Southern Highlands. In the Northern Highlands and the Southern Highlands, there are tunnels. There are caves that you want to go into, and you want to go through both levels of the caves to see if there's a Menagerist Goblin in there. You want to go through the Royal Crypts as fast as possible using your chicken. And then on, and then on map 3, Act 3, you want to go through Tower of the Damned, level 1 and level 2, Tower of the Cursed, level 1, level 2. You can go through Ariat Crater and look for the Menagerist Goblins there. And then just log out, log back in, and do it all again. It's really super fast. I think it took me about 3 or 4 days to get all of the pets. Once you get one, you won't get that same one again, guaranteed. So you'll always get a new pet whenever you spawn a Menagerist Goblin. So right now, I have all of the pets that are available in the game, as you can see. And these are pretty much the two that I use the most, because they don't make any noise. They are very fast, and they have a very wide radius that they pick up gold. There are certain pets like the Frosthound Buddy that make a lot of noise. Let's see which one. The Hand is very good. It's pretty quick. I generally want to stay away from any pet that makes noise. Liv Moore, even though she's very, very rare, and she's based off of that iZombie TV show, she's not very fast and she does not go very wide. The cow, that which must not be named, does make noise. Overseer Lady Josephine, the red teddy bear, she doesn't make very much noise. This one does. Skullshark the Unhinged makes quite a bit of noise. I've heard a lot of complaints from parents of children that play this game that use this, the Queen of the Succubi, because it's very erotic in nature, I guess. It's very not child-friendly. The Butcher makes a lot of noise. And when you're playing, you just don't want to hear the chomp, chomp, chomp or the squealing or whatever of the pets as you're trying to concentrate for goblins. Especially this guy, Lamb. He giggles a lot. He talks a lot in a high pitch, which sounds a lot like what the Menadris goblins sound like. And there's that. People ask me about my wings all the time. These wings came with the pre-purchasing a World of Warcraft expansion. You can't get them anymore. These are the wings that you can get in game right now. They're not very nice. The new season, I believe, that comes out is going to have its own set of wings. Portrait frames, I usually use this one. It's hard to get. And if anybody wants to know about that, you can just leave a comment in the video, and I will make a video on how to get your rainbow frame. And then all the rest of these portrait frames, they come with various seasons, various achievements, pennants. I don't really care much about the pennants. They detract from the appearance of the character, although I am using one here. And that is it for this video on how to farm all of your Diablo 3 pets in an expedient manner. Thank you very much, and you all have a wonderful day.